What is happening, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a side-by-side comparison of the Suicide Squad that came out recently to Injustice 2, that's obviously involving the DC superhero characters as well as the villains. All right, so if you guys are new to this channel, I do a lot of character designs. All right, that's what I've done in my earlier videos. So if you have any suggestions of different characters you guys want me to design, whether it's anime, Marvel, DC, just let me know in the comment section down below. I use my photograph and I transform them into illustrations. All right, so we're gonna do this, people. We're gonna see. I'm an artist, so I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on which one do I prefer. Okay, now some of you guys already know which one, right? But for those who don't know, I'm gonna surprise you guys. All right, not everything's gonna be as linear. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a deep dive on each of the characters' designs from each video game. All right, so without further ado, let's dive into it. So first we have Batman. All right, I can never do a Batman voice. I'm Batman. From the Suicide Squad compared to Injustice 2. I'm gonna give you guys the pros and cons. Now, pros. The good news is that Suicide Squad, the way the cowl, right, the mask is shaped, I actually prefer that much more than Injustice 2. He just has much more of that Neanderthal. He just has that angry look, Neanderthal, like caveman, like looking for your prey type look. Like, I am the predator, I am Batman. He has that type of aesthetic. So I actually like that more than Injustice 2. Injustice 2, his face looks kind of like fat, right? His face looks a little bloated, it looks too wide. Even though the actual character model of Bruce Wayne, if you've seen Injustice 2, his face is actually narrow, it's chiseled. But for some reason, the mask just looks like he's packing on, like he's bulking up too much in the face, right? However, I do like the sleekness of his mask. It looks more of a shined metallic look, but I prefer more of the latex, like hard plasticky latex look on the one on the left compared to one on the right, which looks very metal, right? So that's that. Again, overall, right, the Batman on the right hand side looks more like Ben Affleck's Batman, which is not a bad thing, but it just doesn't seem too practical for him being that big. He looks like he cannot move as much as far as mobility compared to the one on the left. So this is a bit of a hot take, but just judging by what I'm seeing between Batman on the left and the right, I'm gonna go with 2024 Batman of the Suicide Squad. So let's continue. All right, so now we got pause. It's like it doesn't want to pause. Now we got Wonder Woman. Now this was a really big hot take. Wonder Woman from Suicide Squad compared to Wonder Woman in Injustice 2. Now, off the bat, right? I say this a lot in my videos. I'm going to zoom in on this one. The face, whether you do character designs, and even if you're not an artist, the face is the most important feature of everything. If the face is off, it doesn't matter how dope the costume is. It just throws you off. You're just not enticing. You're not attracted to the character, right? Just like when you look at WWE with The Rock, John Cena, Tori Wilson, was Jade Cargill, they passed the face card. It's the face, then the body. If the face look horrific, but the body is great, I'm sorry, but people don't normally latch onto it as much. So that's the same thing when it comes down to character design. The face has to work. And that's the biggest issue when it came down to Wonder Woman in 2024. The face looks bad, not gonna lie. The face in Injustice 2 Wonder Woman, she was very attractive. And she actually looked her age, and she looked attractive at the same time. Now, people forgot there was a draft of how she looked before, and people complained about that when they had the earlier trailers of Injustice 2. They're like, oh, she looks too old and whatnot. So they actually went back and fixed it, and this is the fixed version. So unlike Suicide Squad, they was like, look, take it or leave it. We already designed it. It's already in the can. It is what it is. All right. Now let's talk, now that we got that out the way, the face card, obviously Injustice 2 Wonder Woman over Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad. Now let's talk about the overall aesthetics of Wonder Woman. To me, call me conservative. A lot of stuff, to me, I always lean towards less is more if it works. So I always liked a Wonder Woman's aesthetic in Justice League, right? And you see that more in Injustice 2 compared to Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, it just looks, she looks too bulky. She doesn't need to have shoulder pads. She don't need to have the shield and all that. I believe she has the shield in Injustice 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen it in a long time. But it is not distracting. I'm always a fan of the less is more aspect of it, where she got the the wristbands, she got the lasso of truth, and then she don't need to have all of this like shoulder pads. She's already strong as it is. That's like Superman having shoulder pads. He doesn't need it because he has a physique. He is a believable, strong character. So with Wonder Woman having shoulder pads and then this part here being gold, I don't mind that because they always change like iterations of that. That doesn't bother me, but to me, it just looks way too colorful. I like the muted, sleek, more grounded of realism of Wonder Woman in Injustice 2 compared to the very flashy, a lot of color saturation on Wonder Woman in Suicide Squad. So if I had to choose, obviously you guys already know, hands down, I'm going to choose Wonder Woman. Throw the confetti. Actually, wait. My bad. Right, let me do it again. Let me fix that. Why doesn't want to go up? There we go. Throw the confetti. Wonder Woman Injustice 2 over easily Wonder Woman Suicide Squad. Night and day. You guys remember when she made her first entrance in Justice 2, when she kicked those gates about to battle Bruce Wayne? Talk about beauty, right? The closest thing I can say that's real life is Jade Cargill, and this came out way before Jade Cargill even existed in terms of like mainstream, in terms of wrestling. She had that Jade Cargill presence, muscularity with femininity at the same time. Beautiful, Amazonian, elegant. It's like, take my money. And when it comes down to whenever I see any of these IPs, right? Just take my money. I just want to see it. That is, and it's so hard for people to capture that. The perfect combination of femininity and still have that dominant bravado at the same time. Because when things are too masculine, now it looks like it's a man. But no, this is perfect. Therefore, easily on a daily. Shout out to LUI. Injustice 2, Wonder Woman, hands down. Let's move on. All right, so now we got Superman. You guys gotta give me a bit of a shout out here, man, because originally this is, as you guys can see from Superman at the very bottom, this is a YouTube short. So I had to figure out a way to like align them up perfectly horizontal rather than an original one being vertical. So, hit that subscribe button for your boy. But anyway, let's talk about this. This is a bit of a hot take here, because face-wise, I actually prefer the way Superman looks in Injustice 2. But costume-wise, I actually like Suicide Squad's costume. But if I had to choose, I'll have to go for Injustice 2 Superman. And let me tell you why. The main reason why is because I really like how older his face looks. Not too old to the point where it's like it's unrecognizable, but he looks weathered and it still has that iconic look. I feel like Superman in Suicide Squad, this is gonna be a hot take, but I can't get my head wrapped like around it, but his face looks like Chris Pine or whatever his name is. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. His face looks like Chris Pine. Chris Pine. Is it Pine? It is Pine, right? All right. See how he looks without his there we go. There we go. And then let me there we go. You guys see that? You guys see that? He looks like him. It looked like they took reference off of his face when he has no facial hair. That's how he looks, and I can't get my head like past it. He just looks like him. See, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? He's just a Giga Chad version of Chris Pine. It's weird. They took his likeness. They took the dude's likeness. Let me see if I can move this. Let me see. Open this in new tab. This might work. Hold on, people. Just get rid of this and this. See what I'm talking about? He looks like him, man. The dude looks like Chris Pine. I can't help it. It's weird. I can't unsee it. See what I'm talking about now? He looks like Chris Pine. I don't see him as Superman. Therefore, easily going for Injustice 2 Superman all day. But the costume of Superman looks really good as far as the Suicide Squad. All right, so let me know if you guys agree or disagree with me, but let's continue. All right, so now we got Flash. No pun intended, but Suicide Squad Flash to me is too flashy. He's too flashy. He just looks... I feel like Suicide Squad is a bit too exaggerated. I understand DC is supposed to be exaggerated, but I prefer the grounded, more realistic look of Injustice 2 over the comical flashiness, no pun intended, of the Flash and Suicide Squad. Like it's just too much for me. It's too much. The reds look good. I like the color of the red, the crimson color with the contrast of the crimson color and the gold. Beautiful. But I prefer the more muted out color palette that looks more realistic, like a practical suit of Injustice 2 Flash. And face wise, I don't mind the face of Injustice 2 Flash. It kind of reminds me of in a good way of the actor who played the Flash in the CW Flash live action series. So if I had to choose between the two Flash, obviously hands down it will be the Flash in Injustice 2. Throw some confetti on that, right? Let's throw some confetti. All right, so what's next? All right, so now we got Green Lantern. Let me actually pause it here so you can see his eyes. There we go. Green Lantern from Justice 2 and Suicide Squad. Now, let's talk about the pros. I actually like the contrast and how bright the saturation is of Green Lantern. For some reason, my eyes are more drawn to that because he is always doing a lot of green energy projectile, and it's an alien suit. So that expressiveness of the alien wear comes off way more in Suicide Squad over Injustice 2. Also, he actually got a nice fade haircut in Suicide Squad than Injustice 2. I feel like in Injustice 2, you could barely see his hairline. It seemed as if they're struggling with African hair compared to Suicide Squad. I should know, you know. Yeah, I should know. Anyway, the suit of Injustice 2 Green Lantern is not too bad. It's like the standard Green Lantern look, but I really am digging the textures and the metallic textures. Like you could see like Like the type of texture you're seeing over here and right here. It's beautiful. Beautiful textures, that texture mapping that you're seeing over there in terms of design choices. And I do like how you got this green happen here. It's almost like the glass armor in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It kind of reminds me of that type of cool like jade type of texture, which I'm really digging. As well as the logo. I like the lantern logo here more than just the basic lantern that just illuminates on his chest. So bit of a hot take, pretty biased here. Not really biased, but this is my opinion. I will go for Suicide Squad Green Lantern over Injustice 2. So yes, throw some confetti on Suicide Squad. If you guys are keeping track of, like, you know, tally and marking like which one, because I'm not keeping track, let me know who wins in the end, right, between these two games of character designs. Let me know down below. All right, next, boom, we got, oh yeah, what's his name? Forgot his name. I know everybody's like, how you don't know his name? See, I'm not really a big fan of like DC villains. Brainiac. My brain was rotting a little. Brain rot, you get it? Brain rot. Brainiac. Suicide Squad over Injustice 2. Now, let's not beat around the bush, elephant in the room. What the hell is going on with Brainiac and then Suicide Squad? They made him too much of an alien to the point where it kind of reminds me of the villain in what's that movie that came out for Marvel, Eternals. It reminds me of Eternals villain. Like, it's just too organic, alien-like. Like, where it took away, he got no nose like Voldemort. Like, I just don't like his face. Remember what I told you? Face means almost like 90% of it. If the face works and the body is decent, it overshadows the other way around. And that being said, like, I really prefer the cybernetic metallic look in Injustice 2 over the organic alien form of Suicide Squad. Like, I just don't like the alien form of it. He doesn't remind me of Brainiac. He just reminds me of some like NPC alien that they gotta fight in Justice League movie that's live action or whatever it is, right? It just reminds me of that. Like, just forgettable. He don't seem like a threat. Whereas the Brainiac in Injustice 2, that's Brainiac. If you show this to any random person who's a fan of DC but never seen any of these iterations of the video games, they're gonna, and you ask them which one is Brainiac, they're gonna obviously choose the one on the right, because he has all of the identifications of how Brainiac is supposed to look. And I don't mind Brainiac being bulky, because he has to look like formidable to Superman, like, and just overall Justice League. He has to look powerful like a Thanos. And I remember how powerful he was in the game. So if you haven't watched the game or played the game or watched any of the cutscenes, I recommend it. So that being said, easily, not even slightly, bro, on a day me, bruh, easily, I'm gonna go for Injustice 2 Brainiac. Easily. Let's throw some confetti on that one. Easily. And I like just the metallic, bulky form of it. Everything is just boom, boom. Here, got the purple happening, the magenta colors, boom, happening around his chest. Big man's chest. Look how small this dude's chest is. You guys see how small Brainiac chest is in his Suicide Squad? Mad small. He skipped chest day. He don't even work on a chest. His chest looks like just a little boy's chest. Like, he just anorexic. While the one in Justice 2, he got the big man's chest. Like, ugh, you know, it moves, and boom, 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 boom. Like, that's the chest, man. All metal, bulletproof chest, all day and every day. And the technical mechanics happening on his temple. All of this gizmos happening. This is what I'm talking about. Forget this organic garbage that's happening here. This isn't Brainiac. Get this chump out of here. Easily. Injustice 2. Brainiac. All right. So what's next? Must I even go on? Clearly Injustice 2. Clearly. What the hell was they thinking with Poison Ivy in this game? Why they made her a kid? I know somebody gonna be like, well, you know,
technically, she's supposed to be a kid because in this game they changed her because she's a kid in this game in the lore in here. So that's why.
Miss me with that, man. Most of Poison Ivy's iterations, she is a sexy, curvy woman that's seductive and will get you towards almost like a Medusa. You know, she can easily poison you and she can lure you in, right? She's seductive. What, by making her a kid? Why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why make her a kid? And the outfit is terrible. That's a terrible outfit, man. Her face, the hair, all like she got a flower hair. She looks poison. At least Poison Ivy looks like the Injustice 2. She has a sex appeal and she can poison you. But the plants and all that stuff, it's like ferocious, but at the same time, her design is very clean. She has the sexy redhead look. There's no comparison. None. Terrible. Injustice 2. Injustice 2, Poison Ivy. What was they thinking? Get this out of my sights. All right, so now we got Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never was a fan of Harley Quinn. I know Margot Robbie is yes, she's attractive. Just the actress herself is attractive. I mean, I don't know about now, but when she was younger, you know how it is with certain Caucasians. They don't really age too well as they get older. But when she was in her prime, I would say, I know you're gonna say she still looks good to me. Well, that's to you. I saw her when she was younger, like early 20s. She looked much better, especially in that movie with Will Smith back then called Focus, right? I mean, that's when Will Smith was lean. I don't know what's going on with him. He's a middle-aged man, so I guess. But he was even like, I could see girls flying to him when he looked, the way he looked in Focus. If you see how he looks there, dude, really, he was cut. He was probably like 11-12% body fat easily. Very cut for the role. I don't know if it was natural or not, but that's besides the point. But Margot Robbie, that's when she had her first appearance of people like major in terms of like her spotlight, because she was doing film for a long time. But that's when people started to get an eye on her, like, oh, who's this blonde chick? But anyway, let's talk about this, right? Suicide Squad, to me, is a bit much. I mean, both hit the nail on the head as far as like Harley Quinn's aesthetic. I kind of like the old school Harley Quinn in the animated series. It's just much more simple but striking. I never looked at Harley Quinn as like a sex symbol. It was only until Margot Robbie took Harley Quinn that she ended up changing. If I have to choose, I feel like the Harley Quinn Suicide Squad is a bit much for me. She got tattoos as well. I can see that they had fun with it, but I think they had too much fun. Like this lipstick on the side is blue while this one is pink or red. I don't really like that. I can see what they're trying to do with the the opposite of the symmetry, because the bun hair is red and this is blue. This side is blue and this is red, so they make the juxtaposition. So I definitely peeped that, and I also see the continuous asymmetry with the blue happening here. Let me get my pointer so you guys can see it. Like the blue happening here and then the red. It's cool. It just seems too expressive. It seems too much for me. I don't really like it. And it's a lot of, I know it's a hot take, but it's a lot of makeup. I know she always have makeup, but I like the modesty of the Injustice 2 2017, and her face to me looked more attractive in the 2017 Injustice 2. Therefore, I'm gonna give this to Injustice 2 Harley Quinn. Hands down. Throw some confetti. All right. Hope you guys are keeping track, because I'm not. Moving on. what's it called? Dead Shot. I will never look at Will Smith as Deadshot. All right, Deadshot is Deadshot. This is interesting. I'll be honest with you, I like neither. But the question is, which one do I like the least? If you want to go more comic book accurate, I'm gonna have to go for Injustice 2 Deadshot. It's just because he always had that hockey mask type of look. With the eyepiece, I know that he has the eyepiece in Suicide Squad, but I just don't like the bug-like aesthetic. When I say the bug-like aesthetic, I'm talking about his mask look very alien bug-like, where everything is just diagonally dome curvature. I just don't like that design. I really don't. Also, it's just not practical, especially with the, let me get the pointer back. You see like this eyepiece right here? I don't like this at all. You could barely see. So when he's shooting, he's just like this. Oh, what is Batman, yo? Like, you might as well just do this. It's like you're like this the whole time. It's just too slit. It's too small. At least the one in Injustice 2, it makes more sense. The eyes are bigger, you know? It's like the mask probably just enhances the other vision right there. And also the costume of, I like the shoulder pads here. It just seems more protective armor in Injustice 2 rather than the Suicide Squad. So yeah, gotta go for Injustice 2 Deadshot. Confetti. All right, congratulations. What's next? But that was it. That was it. All right, that was the last one. Man, I just made it. You gotta give me a shout out, guys. I literally made a YouTube short into practically a 30-minute video, and I still kept you guys' attention. Come on, man, give me my dang flowers. Give me my flowers, all right? All right, so then, like I said before, I'll say it again. I do a lot of character design. So again, throw your suggestions down below. That would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That really helps out with the channel. This channel is small, so we need like the spirit bomb. I need you guys' energy. Help me out here, people. You know, like, let's get this to 1,000. That's the road to 1,000. I know we can do it, guys. All right, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.